Hi, my name is Ketcher Easterling. I'm an 8th grader at MMS and a member of the Sabbath True Club. A brief history about the Coalition. The Coalition was established in 2007 and awarded the Drug Free Communities Grant in 2009 to focus on reducing youth substance use and abuse. We first had to collect data to identify our youth use issues. We use the PRIDE survey as our data collection tool. We collect this data every year surveying 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th graders. This last year we surveyed 906 students. These are the results. The prevalence of tobacco use. As you can see, our youth usage is higher than the national average, even though we saw a significant decrease in the 9th grade. The youth e-cigarette use decreased this last year significantly in the 11th grade. The next slide is prevalence of alcohol use among our youth. As you can see, the 5th grade percentage increased greatly, but our 11th grade numbers decreased and we are below national average for most grades. Prevalence of marijuana use. All percentages are below national average, and we saw a slight increase among 7th and 11th graders. Prevalence of other drug use. We see that we are below national average in use of all substances and a decrease in usage across the board in Cherokee County among our youth. Now that we know how many of our students are using, where and when are they using? Students are reporting the most use is happening at home, at a friend's house, and on the weekends. However, we see a higher than we want usage during school. Youth alcohol is also being used on the weekends, but what is most concerning is that a very high percentage are reporting use at their own home. Marijuana. The portion of this graph to look at is that students are reporting the highest use before school. This is concerning for many reasons, but one that sticks out is that many of these students may be driving to school after using. Students are also reporting high usage of marijuana during the weeknights, not just on weekends. Students are reporting they use prescription drugs not as prescribed before and after school. So now that we have an idea of how much students are using and when, what are we doing as a coalition to approach this problem and try to reduce youth use? The following are the activities the coalition has completed since 2009. I will not be reading all of these, but I would like to point out a few and describe them. To tackle the underage drinking, as you can see, we have utilized many resources and avenues to reach the students. Low perception of harm and easily available, including parents allowing parties and older siblings/friends providing it is a major use. We increase efforts to deter alcohol usage during times of known high alcohol usage like prom and graduation by partnering with law enforcement and the schools providing presentations, incentives for students to sign drug-free contracts with their parents and realistic car crash scenes to get their attention. We also work with LE to conduct retail compliance checks to see if businesses are carding and not selling to minors. Unfortunately, in one of the towns, 75% of the retailers failed and sold to a minor. We are currently working with law enforcement to address this problem. Prescription drugs are easily available and youth have a low perception of harm. To combat this, we have installed 4 24/7 medication boxes to dispose of unwanted drugs at the APD and PD Sheriff Office in King's Pharmacy in Murphy. We have provided trainings to medical providers and alternative to pain meds and safe prescribing, and how to sign up for the controlled substances reporting systems so they can monitor their prescriptions according to their patient. We have also obtained monies from Harrah's Casino and Murphy to purchase the incinerator for the sheriff's office to burn drugs medication we collect. Tobacco use is widely used among our youth in an elementary to high school age student. It is not seen as a drug and has been used generationally. adults purchase and provide for our youth now, including e-cigarettes. We have worked with schools in updating the 100% tobacco-free policies to include e-cigarettes, and our youth club is working with local businesses to post no vaping signs in their windows. Currently, there is no regulation on e-cigarettes and using them indoors unless the business posts a sign. Marijuana. Youth and adults have a low perception of harm around marijuana, and as you saw in the data above, youth are reporting using marijuana on weeknights and before school. We have worked with the schools on implementing a random drug test for student drivers due to students using before them being on their campus while impaired. Other efforts include the development of Community Day Center. We have partnered with many individuals and agencies, including Murphy First Baptist, to provide a community day center for those in need, whether using substances or not. On Mondays and Wednesdays, there is a free meal offered at Murphy's First, along with the use of showers if needed. We are currently gathering information on the vast needs of our community. Then in March, agencies will be available at Murphy First to provide services. Not just referral information, but offer those services there. For example, TCCC may be there to help fill out the GED or college information, or dental hygienists will be there to clean your teeth if you need hepatitis C testing. So with all this effort, we have seen a difference since 2009. As you can see, 9th graders are reporting a 59.6% decrease in the last 30-day marijuana usage and a 4.9% decrease among 11th graders. With alcohol use, 40.4% decrease among 9th graders and 15.4% decrease among 11th graders regarding their last 30-day alcohol use. Tobacco use is seeing the same trend, a decrease of 44.7% among 9th graders and a 32.5% decrease among 11th graders. And the availability of prescription drugs. How easily youth can get their hands on prescription drugs that are not prescribed to them has also seen a decrease. 15.1% decrease among 7th graders, 22.5% decrease among 9th graders, and a 15.7% among 11th graders.